Good morning. It is... What is it? Is it Thursday?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, May 2020 Thursday.
Oh, I gotta put...
Radio Dread, you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna be dead. I will die. I will be dead. I will perish from this earth. We had a brief discussion yesterday during Outer Wilds that the streams have been late recently. And it's true. It's true. There's been more streams that don't begin right at the time that I want them to begin. The goal is always
the poll has ended.
To have Crunch hat.
The winner is Pokemon.
That's not surprising. The goal is always for Crunch to happen at the exact
9 o'clock time.
Exact second. Well, yeah, for any of them. Whether that's here or Sunday or Wednesday. It's not the Goal Friday, I guess. The Goal Friday is like 7:40. Or 7:40. Yeah, okay. I got there. Anyway, it's fine. We'll get there. But gameplay to start at 8. Yeah. After 8 is it how I feel in my head. Because my idea is that some people want to arrive around 8 to skip the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. Which is their loss. The beginning of the show is great. But at least after 8. I try not to let it happen before 8. Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Your hands are covered in paint.
Yeah, they are.
You've been really,
Painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A crunch is never late, nor is it early. It crunches precisely when it is meant to happen. Completely true.
Invented before a riddle gazebo, Tiny Eddie's steak-wrapped rainwater on a stick.
I heard on a steak. Steak wrapped rainwater on a steak.
Steak wrapped rainwater.
On a steak.
On a stick. So it's a kebab.
It's a kebab.
But inside is rainwater. This is that I think you should leave sketch.
I don't remember it.
The one where they just pour water on steaks.
I don't remember it.
I forget what they call it. Anyway, Thousand Bits of Barbicus says it's Thursday. No good reason besides that. Tiny Eddie, work that snack voodoo that you do. Sloppy steaks? Is that what it is? Sloppy steaks. Slop them up! Sloppy steak kebabs. I mean, I do like my steak moist, but I don't think I want it moist with water. It's not the idea.
Renee says that's a fancy sloppy Joe.
Anyway. Let's read some alerts. I'm going to warn everyone, just give them a tiny bit of warning. I might disappear I'm going to try very hard not to disappear, but I may not have a choice. I woke up this morning at 6:45 and was in the bathroom for 90 minutes. And I will return. I do not know when. Yeah, it was, watch any good movies during that time? No. No, I trying to be very quiet because you were asleep in the other room. Hopefully I didn't wake you up.
You could have come to this bathroom.
It was too far.
Okay.
That was too far at the time. Also, the closest I've coming to vomiting in 20 years. Man, I got close. It was. I got the trash can and held it in front of me because I was that nauseated, and I could feel. I was like, man, I haven't had this experience in a long time, and then it didn't come. And I was like, okay, all right. So I don't know what's up with that.
We ate the exact same thing yesterday, so.
So either you're going to find out later.
Yeah.
Everything always happens to me first. So either, we ate a bad lettuce or something. Or, I don't know, I licked too many bad doorknobs or something like that. It's hard to tell. It was the pizza beans. Pizza beans was months ago. But I also wouldn't put it past pizza beans.
May the treasure train comfort you.
And also with you. I wouldn't put it past pizza beans to just sit around for a few months inside. You'd be like, I'm going to get them one day. All right, let's read things now. We got 63 months from Maya. Hello. 84 months from Chaz, who says, thanks to We Win for my ongoing sub gift. Stealth beans. 41 months from Silver Gates, 88 months from I Spy a Moose, 50 from Shattered Muse, 27 from Secret Fury, 100 bits from Plusonic, 68 from Josh R2D2, 48 for Potato Chips. What? The poll this morning. What anime permanently altered your brain chemistry the most? Let's see.
From those, Sailor Moon.
Little burpee. 2.5% of you said Neon Genesis Evangelion. 9% said Dragon Ball Z. 10% said Sailor Moon. 17% said Cowboy Bebop. And 62% said Pokemon. I haven't seen Sailor Moon. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen some.
Yeah.
When I arrived to Toonami too early for Dragon Ball Z. I've seen all Dragon Ball Z. I've watched the first season of Pokemon. I haven't seen the other two. Cowboy Bebop's on my list of things to watch. Someone sent in the Blu-ray set at some point, and I have it, and it's like on my list of like, I want to see this. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe this year. Have I watched any other? I've watched a few. Chaz, Cowboy Bebop Thursdays. Yeah, so
we could do that.
I mean, yeah.
And then after, we could switch to something else or a film or something.
I mean, I would rather watch movies than anime. By like a
It doesn't always have to be anime. It could just be
by a factor of
Bebop's like a
10.
season.
I mean, I guess
We're not watching like Detective Conan that's on like some crazy number episode.
All right. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I gotta think about it. I just don't want to.
It's 26 episodes in a movie. It's not going to take 27 weeks because they're like what, a half hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we could watch like 3 in a night or 4 in a night.
Yeah. I just don't want to. In my brain, I'm like, ooh, Thursday movie night sounds great. I don't want Thursday to become anime club, because if Thursday becomes anime club, then I'll be like, I don't want to do this. I wanted to watch films. That's my concern. So, like, maybe. For the record, we've been watching Jepsen play Mother 3. Mm-hmm. And he finished Mother 3 last night. And it's like, oh, should we still meet and do things? And I was like, ooh, I like this idea. We could finally watch movies again.
And we're switching to a different day of the week because of other people's obligations.
Yeah. The thumbnail says, but you barely watch movies, right? Which is why I gotta fix it. That's why I gotta fix it with Thursday movie night. I'm trying to solve these problems. I know I have problems. I'm just trying to make some progress on them. I got a lot of movies I want to watch. I even know the names of some of them. So, yeah.
Give me the bird.
Anyway, what was I saying? Genesis gifted 5 subs to M. Lapren, the Aztec, Crafting Cat 9, Blade Runner 6400, and Afro Rat. Gamers 00700 gifted a sub to Judy Doll, Jacob, YTCG, True Tears X, Fluffster, and Sensei Ern Miller. Thank you all for the gift subs. There was train.
There was train.
There was train. I saw the train.
Look at that bird.
What's wrong with that bird?
Nothing.
It made a sound.
That was a different alert.
Oh. Alright. 300 bits of Will Peters just says, never early and never late. Like your bowels. It says bowls, but I assume that it's supposed to be bowels. Because my bowls don't have any sort of timetable. My bowls stay on the shelf where they always are. We got 39 months from Aaron the Baron. 75 from Back in Red. 27 from the Blue-Haired Cyborg. We got 500 bits of Jet Jet. Says, I'm still waiting on a lot of places to get back to me. A guy from an organization I applied to a few times in the last few months reached out to me about a position I don't remember applying to. There's a lot of things that tell me it's real, but there's some tells that, like, this could be fake. So I'm trying to figure out if it's a scam or if it's real. How do you figure that out?
It depends. The situation may be, like, contact the main organization and ask them.
Yeah.
But that may not work, maybe, sometimes.
Yeah, I guess you, like, have to be like, okay, and your name is so-and-so? Alright, and then call the main people and be like, I spoke with Jed. And if they're like, who is Jed? You're like, ah. And if they're like, we love Jed.
I had a job I interviewed for once at a car dealership to work at their, like, reception desk.
Yeah.
And the guy who was my contact with them was, like, really wanted to hire me, but they ended up going with someone else. And then he was like, well, maybe we can find another position for you. And then he kind of contacted me on and off for a few months. And I was trying to be like, what position is this? And it was kind of sketchy. And I was like, no, I'm going to get a different job.
Well, I think the other thing that makes it difficult, and I saw someone else mention this, is like everything is a scam now. Mm-hmm. Literally everything. Which is frustrating for all people. And then I think particularly frustrating for anyone who is not tech savvy. So everyone's parents. Everyone's parents. Nintendo Network breakfast stream is a scam. Yeah, I tell you that we're going to start at 9, and we start at 9:02. I don't know that I deserve to do this show. Aljo says, I mean, it's probably not frustrating for the scammers. The only solace I take is that I hope that scammers get scammed just like in some other way. Because everyone has to deal with this at all times. And I know that there's like the people on YouTube that are like, we're going to call up the people and scam them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like someone that goes to a call center to scam people for a living. That's like their 9-to-5 job. But then they get an email and they're like, oh, neat. And then they get scammed. I'm like, thinking about that scenario brings me joy. I do like that. Thunderstriker says, you probably went through the biggest scam ever just last year. It's true. That's true. We had a meeting with someone yesterday, and they hadn't heard that story yet. And we told them that, and they were like, wow. They're like, that's crazy. And I'm like, we also thought that, yes. It's true. Anyway, just look out for yourself, look out for each other, look out for your parents. I was just back in Myrtle Beach over the weekend, and I'm always trying to like help my parents with like just tech stuff in general, and it's just some elements of that are like, they're very necessary, but they're also exhausting because you get to see how relentless the world is at like, can I scam you now? Can I scam you now?
When I was in Florida, some guy was trying to sell a car fraudulently to my dad. And like, I was there like when they were talking on the phone about it. And like the guy I watched him pull like the slickest, like trying to turn Rhonda against him. It's like, but Mark, you talked to me on the phone.
I hate it. I think
you know me. And I was like, you don't know him. The
biggest thing I've tried to instill in my parents, and I think that it's just like a really helpful tip for anyone to, remember for themselves and then also pass on to like their parents, is that anytime anything is like, you have to do it right now, never, ever.
Yeah.
There is nothing at all in this world that is pressing to the point of, you got to do it right now. No, you don't. No, you don't. If someone calls you and it's like, we need you to do, this has to happen right now, you tell them to go to hell and you hang up. That's just the rule. That's just the rule, because there's nothing that is that pressing. Except for what Squid says. Squid says, unless it's getting a donut. But that's of your own volition. If someone calls you and says, you got to get a donut right now, you tell them where. You just say, you're right. And then you go get it. But yeah, that's the biggest thing, I think, is that all of these things tend to be like, it's an emergency and you got to deal with this right now. And I was really, this has been a few years ago, but someone had called my grandma and told her they were me and that they needed money. And my grandma was like, I'm going to ask you questions to verify who you are. And they were like, and then they hung up. I was like, that's pretty good. And Shane says, yeah, that's even worse with AI voices now. Yeah. I mean, even before that, the sense of urgency can make people kind of just hesitate to, like, of what they know and who they know and what the sound of the voice is. So, how dare you hang up on your grandma?
I had told mine, I was like, Grandma, I was like, if any of us grandkids call you for money, I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I was like, for one, I'd be calling my dad first.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, we get classes about that where I live.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I was like, that's good to know.
That is awesome. There being education about that is fantastic.
I mean, she does live in a community.
Yeah.
Like, she's not in a nursing home, but she is in a place that is just a bunch of older folk in a building.
Yeah.
And they get, like, check-in calls from the front desk just to make sure they haven't fallen or something's happened.
Yeah.
And there's, like, programming. Like, what do they play? Like, bridge. And she does, like, Wii bowling night. So there's, like, stuff for her to do. But, yeah, they do classes.
Bridge and scam classes. It's a good combo. Yeah. It's... Yeah, I don't know. It sucks, and we could talk about it forever ad nauseum, but again, the big thing is just, if anything is ever pressing, it's not. It's not. There are infinitesimally small amounts of things in this life that are as pressing as it must happen now. Most of them are related to your bowels. That's it.
Don't you get calls for a former state I lived in for voting?
For you.
For me.
Yes.
There's no way I would have ever, like, registered to vote with your number. Like, it's so weird.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think those are scams.
No.
It's just annoying.
A phone tree that I somehow got on as you, but me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Dieter gets political phone calls, but for some reason they think his name is Susan. Yeah, I get a lot of things that are like, Mallory, the South Carolina midterms are coming up. And I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that print is a good point.
Scroll
Sorry,
up.
yeah. Oh no, there it is. Real IRS letters are scarily worded. Get proper IRS number on one of the several .gov websites and call them.
Yeah. There is a recent IRS mailing scam. And it is incredible how real it looks. Because I've seen it.
I've been getting the toll, you didn't pay your toll fine text messages for a state I don't live in.
Yeah, I get
I'm
those.
like, I don't know when I've been to this state last.
Every once in a while, someone is like, you went through New Jersey, and I'm like, I would never. So I get those sorts of things. I'm glad you liked that.
Just wishing Noah was here today.
I shouldn't have picked I beat up on New Jersey yesterday.
Chess's second day in a row.
Of brutal New Jersey, yeah. I picked on New Jersey yesterday, and then I immediately was like, the only place worse than New Jersey is Philly. So I'm
There's parts of Philly.
Yes, Rachel, I guess I'll leave. There's a few places that are fun to pick on. New Jersey is one of them, and Ohio is another one. I like to pick on Ohio. And it's like a coin toss when you pick on someone's state, because you get about half the people that are like, hey, and another half are like, yeah. I think that's just the way everyone feels about things. So half the mod team is alienated. The places I like the least: Texas, New Jersey,
New York,
Louisiana, international. Just in general, international. Anything that's not American. Richard, what about me? Any place.
Talk bad about my hometown.
Lunar Pro, we're gonna make our own mod collab channel. Listen, as long as we all agree that the best state is West Virginia, and then there's a gamut, and then one of the states that I've mentioned this morning are at the end. That's, it's something like that. It's fine. We got 300 bits of squid who says, celebratory clown for me finishing the semester. Only got 1 year of classes part-time left. Nice. Also, yeah, it's that time of year. It's the time of year when people are finishing classes. So,
Yes, the end of the school year.
Well, yeah, but, like, I don't go to school. I barely ever see a child. So, like, I don't remember. And it's only when people, generally in breakfast stream, are like, hey, classes are finishing up. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. So, congrats to you and everyone else that's, like, finishing up for this year.
Speaking of a child, Carly sent me a video of Jordan yesterday and said, send this to Thomas. He got her this book. And it's a Pete the Cat book. And she's just walking around their house and going, me, me. And Carly's like, what is that? Pointing at Pete. What does it say? And she goes, meow. And she's just stomping around meowing with the book.
She did seem to vastly grow her animal knowledge in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because we were sent a video like a week ago of her going, me, meow, me, meow, me, meow, or whatever. It's like to mimic a cat. And then Mao got the video just...
yesterday.
Yeah, so like in less than a week...
Now she's meowing.
She's meowing, and also Carly like quizzed her on 20 animals, and
that
she
was
knew
on the
all
phone
of the...
Tuesday night?
Well, still.
Yeah.
So now she knows all of the animals, and Carly's like, what sound does the pig make? And she's like, oink, oink, oink. And I'm like, okay, so she went from Mimeo to I've become a
She knew like 20 animals.
I'm a zoologist now.
Carly has these 2 birds in her house that make noise, and one of them's a cardinal and the other is a loon.
Sorry. Dolls. Plushes. Toys. As opposed to, Carly's got these 2 birds.
And I was...
They don't shut up.
And she's like, I bought them for me. So I really want to see what they look like. But the cardinal... Jordan was playing with the cardinal, and the cardinal was going off. And there's a loon. And if you've heard a loon, you know they are terrifying. They tend to use them in horror movies because of how weird they sound. But one of the things Carly was like, Jordan, what noise does a loon make? And that was the one that kept tripping her up. And Carly's like, she knows it. Because otherwise it was generic animals. It was like, well, what does a dog sound like?
Yeah.
What is a...
Carly's gonna be
cat, dog, yeah.
Carly's gonna be like getting
Can you name more animals than your niece?
I know all sorts of animals. Fish and dog and cat, squirrel and beaver and chipmunk, giraffe, whale, fish.
Did you name fish first?
Bird. Did I say bird? That was hard near the end.
That was 9.
The first, like, 5 or 6 just, like, came right out. Because I'm always thinking about squirrels. And then I got hung up real bad.
The wallpaper's a lion today.
Oh, crap! There's an, like, actual size lion in front of me, and I did not mention lion. Crap. Dang, that's a huge image of a lion. Well.
Anyway, I think Jordan wins.
Well,
Now can you do the noises for all those animals? What noise does a beaver make? And a chipmunk. The same noise.
Yeah, that's not fair. Those are the same sounds. Okay, but what does the squirrel sound like?
I'm gonna get you a see and say.
Anyway, no successor of Slick Duke says, Stephen, can you name more animals than your niece? Let's find out.
Are you smarter than a preschooler?
Are you smarter than a preschooler?
Than an 18-month-old.
The answer won't surprise you. It's no. Is Jordan the Omni child? With the intellect of 3 children. I'm bringing Sexy Bank. Also, I did find Spike.
Oh, you found Spike?
Yeah.
I didn't know you found Spike.
I did.
Oh, he's Beanie Baby Spike.
No, this is
not a Beanie Baby?
That's not a Beanie Baby. That's Spike. That is the.
That is not a Beanie Baby. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't believe you. I had to check the tag.
Yeah, this is like the what do you call it?
Off-brand Beanie Baby?
Toy thing. The guy that I had. Little man. He was my toy when I was young, but it was still at my parents' house, so I had him. He has a hole in his arm, so you have to be careful not to squeeze the beans out of him. He's a little floppy, because all of the beans just went straight to his legs. I know that feeling. Anyway, he can't sit upright because of this. He's kind of splurp. Anyway, yeah, I named him Spike after the Monkey and the Ace Ventura movie, and I don't really remember anything about him. Like, I can't be like, we used to go on adventures, because like I don't remember anything that happened more than like a year ago. But I do remember he was like a toy that I had that was important. I did not win the Rhino auction because I did not bid. Also, it went for way more than they thought it would, which was, I don't know, vindicating in some way. I was like, it's worth more than that. It's priceless. Anyway. I mean, he can sit here with us, I guess. Sorry if you feel like a third wheel. It's fine.
I can leave.
It's just me and Spike now. Luna Gazer gifted a sub to Untrust Build. We had 72 months from the Thunderstriker. 28 months from Chloe Shadowstar. 58 months from Daniel. 300 bits of Jet says, usually I get contacted by HR or the direct supervisor with this organization. This was the second in command saying he was impressed with my resume and cover letter. Then the next email said my resume wasn't attached to my application. It is a legit email domain. So like I said, there's enough oddities to make me feel gaslit. Speaking of legit email domains, did you know that if you get an email from Social Security, that the email domain won't be from a bunch of random letters and numbers at a .in address?
I did not know.
Yeah. Yeah. And you say, wow. You say, no way. But a lot of people do not even know what an email header is. So, like, that's another thing. Step 1, nothing is urgent. Step 2, we must learn what an email header is. By the break of June. It's very important to know that. We got 300 bits from Aldo says, yes, that's Meow that child is speaking. And no, she's not a cat. She's American. And she's acquired her amazing new animal knowledge from Muzzy. She's acquired her amazing new animal knowledge from Carly. At the current rate she's going, she's gonna know, like, all the animal sounds.
All the
Carly's gonna be
animals.
like, what sound does the amoeba make? Bloop, 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 bloop. What sound does the... What's that thing that's small that will survive?
Tardigrade?
Yeah. I was thinking of the colloquial name for it that has...
Water bear?
Water bear. I kept thinking, like, what is the bear? What's the tiny bear? Water bear. Yeah. What sound does a water bear make?
The same as the amoeba.
It's a bear roaring, but a glug. Oh, it's Chewbacca. Ooh. Wow, Chewbacca is the sound of a bear underwater. Never really put that together until just now. We got 44 months from Richard Ashby and 165 bits from Rowan. Thank you. There's also an art in the queue, so... Hey kid, you want to buy some beans? My favorite part about discussing things like this is just the incredible confusion for international viewers, who then may feel compelled to like Google it and be like, what are the Americans watching? What are their commercials like? It's like, just a lot of our commercials are bean based. We have a lot of bean commercials.
Did we tell everyone about the giant calico beans I bought?
No. I
went to the farmer's market, the state farmer's market, and there was a guy selling beans. And that was it.
This is the beginning of Jack and the Beanstalk, by the way. Mal took our $5 to go buy food, but came home with beans. And I said, what are these?
And I asked him, I said, do you have any butter beans? And he's like, do I ever? And he took me over and showed me like 8 different types of butter beans.
So this was just a man with beans?
In jars. You saw the jar?
Did when you turned the corner, did he disappear?
Maybe. I've never seen him at the farmer's market before.
I don't think you'll ever see him again.
I know. So he went through each bean. He's like, all right, this one is particularly creamy. This one is particularly meaty. And he went through all of them. And he's like, and these ones, these ones are probably the most, like, meaty of the beans. And they're calico beans, so they're, like, black and white. And they're giant butter beans. And he's like, the old timers in the South call these Christmas beans, because when you pick them, they're green and red. And he said, and some people have them on Christmas as, like, a tradition. So that's what I bought.
Juliet, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's Mal in the bean jar.
I gotta do something with these beans now.
We have Jack and the Beanstalk at home.
I've meant to look them up. Christmas beans.
I gotta tell you, like, as someone who had a terrible morning in the bathroom and whose stomach is just currently churning, talking about beans is just not... It's not it. Me and beans don't get along.
Christmas beans.
Ugh.
Anyway, I'm gonna do something with the beans.
I hope.
I almost posted them in a different Discord. There we go.
Can I see these beans? Let me pet them beans. Those are very pretty beans.
Aren't they pretty beans?
Like,
they're a lot more red when they're fresh.
I've never said that about any beans.
Look at those Christmas
before.
beans.
I've never once said, like, those are pretty beans. But, like, look at those. Those are pretty beans. Man.
Anyway, the bean guy is my new best friend.
I see I've been demoted. Well, Steven, I would love you if you had beans. Do you think he's ever going to be back there again?
I don't know.
I bet he's not. I bet that was a one-time thing.
I'm gonna have to go back.
I bet it was a one-time thing of, like, he's got beans.
My mom had bought some kettle corn when we were there, and you know how I, like, always choke on popcorn?
One of your little quirks.
I know, it feels like a quirk. And I had some of the popcorn, and then I'm talking to him, and then I just start choking, and I'm like... And then I went and got water, and I came back, and I was like, all right, I'll get the beans now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Rare random encounter bean man. How about them beans? When I think of all the beans that there are, I think that there is kidney and there is pinto and there's black. Cannellini beans are there. That's all the beans I know. That's for navy beans. God, navy beans. Oh, no.
We were just talking about Christmas beans.
Oh, no.
Which are also butter beans, which are also lima beans.
Lima beans.
All three of those are the same.
Navy beans. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. I'll never not connect the words
Navy beans
to Sloppy Joe. It is impossible. That is a hard synapse link in my brain that cannot be removed. It's fine. That was from Jet Jet. Says, how about them beans? I know 4 beans. I know more than that, actually, as evidenced by the fact that I lamented over Navy and Lima. I probably would not have thought Mexican jumping, but I think that also counts. They are beans. They're not beans, actually, but they have beans in the name. Mexican jumping moths sounds so much worse. So.
Oh, I did not invent pizza beans.
No, Mal did not invent pizza beans. Mal
saw a TikTok and then thought,
pizza beans.
I need to make pizza beans.
Toe beans, jelly beans. Okay. That made me smile. My favorite beans are toe beans. It's my favorite beans. Favorite beans are toe beans. This is like, and jelly beans are fine. I'm fine. We got 300 bits of Spinach Wrap. It says, my husband sent me a browser game where you type in animals until you can't type anymore within a few seconds. I got to 275 thumb typing before I got annoyed and stopped. I know a new series that's about to drop on Stephen Plays. Browser-based games where Stephen has to type a certain series of things in a category until he runs out of time. It might be very sad. The episodes might be very short. Yeah, so a 5-second video. Yeah.
You want to hand me those? I haven't gotten a chance to talk about these yet.
Oh, Spinach Wrap does clarify something that might make them a little more qualified to answer 275 things. 300 bits for Spinach Wrap says, I'm a biologist. I have 2 degrees in animal. My job is completely unrelated. If you got 2 degrees in animal, that's why. That's so many. I have, and this is true, no degrees in animal. And that's why I can only name about 7. Would I get to 8? I don't know. I named fish twice, but in fairness to me, there are at least 2 types of fish.
Can you name them?
Flounder. Blowfish.
You couldn't even name the 2 in our freezer right now.
We have a fish in our freezer? Oh, to eat. Salmon. Tilapia.
There you go.
I'm gonna be honest, salmon is a fish. Tilapia, I think, isn't a fish. I think tilapia is only food. I think it's a fish that's grown in a lab. That's how I feel. Oh, blowfish. Wait, did I say blowfish?
You did.
Oh, blowfish again. Tuna. Oh, I can just think of going to eat sushi. Yeah, just think of a sushi menu. Yeah, tuna. Salmon, the best two.
California. Philly.
Philly. Tamago. I want to know where I can get a walleye sushi. That's what I want to know.
I would not eat walleye sushi raw.
Trout's a good one.
Steven
Anyway.
does not know lake fish.
I didn't grow up on no lake. I grew up where the real water was.
Like perch and walleye and muskies and bluegill and sunfish.
Crappies.
Yeah.
They're not called crappies, right? It's like
Crappie.
crappies. They should be called crappies. That's funnier.
They're spelled that way.
I know, but we should pronounce them that way too. We have a game that we play called Craps. So we can have a fish called Crappie. What are you going to do this weekend? I'm thinking about playing craps. Okay, I've been playing craps my whole life. I'm actually an expert. I have IBS. You got those in your hand. Are you gonna?
I do.
What are we
We've
doing?
been painting. Not this color. But these are the colors I've picked. This is my rainbow that I can pick from. So
Mal's really proud of this rainbow.
when I decide to paint a new room in the house, I have a palette to pick from. So I have pink and red. I meant to put these like on a board, and then I have my orange color. And they're all like matchy. And then we have our yellow. And then I have like a light green. And a green. This is going to be the kitchen. And then this is going to be the living room.
Sorry, my stomach's starting
This
to make
is the
noise.
foyer color, which is what I've been painting, and this is what's on my fingers. I'm almost done.
The foyer may be done today.
Uh-huh. And then these two are going to be our bedroom, probably. And then we have a violet, and this is going to be my office. And then I have a darker violet, and that's going to be the guest room. And then I have like a mauve. And that's kind of like, I don't know if I like it, but there's the mauve. Actually, that's the mauve. And then we're back to pink.
I gotta tell you, this is really weird that our foyer is blue. Because there has been no color, ever. So
Yeah.
to see that color, be like, oh.
Because when I was picking colors, I picked all cold colors. And I was like, we need to have some warm colors. So then I forced myself to have a little rainbow.
It is a little rainbow. So,
Where's the... Yeah, this is the color that we're doing the foyer. It looks quite purple in the foyer. This looks more greenish. But when I hold this chip up to it, it's identical.
Bliss asks, how high of a sheen do you go? We're at satin.
Satin.
Satin. So,
Flat on the ceiling, satin on the walls, and semi-high gloss? Semi-gloss? Semi-gloss on the trim.
I just support Mal's decisions about color. I have input.
You have input.
I have input, but like, I also know that you feel much more strongly about
The color than I do.
the color than I do.
Than you do.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, you weren't allowed to help yet. Mal,
Last night, he handed me my brush and my roller. I was up on the stepladder, and I had the brush, and then we'd switch, and he'd give me the roller.
I mean, that did take 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 45 minutes of me holding things and then being like, it takes time to get these things done. So, like, it's happening. I'm just glad that, like, the thing is going to be, like, done today.
Yeah. I'm really hoping I have enough paint. It's gonna be close.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can get more if we need to, but also, I hope we don't have to, but it's gonna be like it's going to be down to like the last few drops
Yeah.
of whether it does it or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. Excuse me. It's been like a bit now, but also
I actually kind of want you to go grab a quart before I start today. Just preemptively grab a quart.
you should probably grab it. 'Cause I'm gonna be
Okay.
I'm gonna be incapacitated. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, it's been like 10 days now, but there's a Patreon video out in case you haven't seen it. There's a vlog that came out like
Tuesday.
Uh-huh. Yep, that's right. Pizza beans.
Pizza
God.
beans.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm painting.
Yeah, at 11 a.m. You're still working on
I'm
sapling.
almost done.
Yeah,
I have to do highlights
it's really
and then
coming
paint
together.
the sapling itself.
Yeah, it's coming together. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are hitting the man again. I'm looking forward to hitting the man. And Sunday, I'll be back for Hades at 1 p.m. So it was another 2-week gap, so, bet your cups accordingly. Always going to be one of the scariest noises. Why do you keep hitting that man? What has he done to you? We had 32 months from Takwa, 32 months from Mariq Tofu, 5 months from Dark Link Lonk Lank Lonk Loink, 52 months from Sam Stargazer, 41 from Cascadea, and 300 bits from Dishnether says, "Good morning. Some fun news. The Doom soundtrack was just added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry." Wow, actually getting the Doom alert was the most appropriate thing for that ever. You're literally talking about Doom. Also warranted. Do I have... There we go.
That make you happy?
Yeah. Play us off, Doom. Trying to think if there's any other things to mention.
Streamaganza?
Genesis, sorry.
Wait,
I just
Shelf
like hearing
Control?
the Doom chime. Oh yeah. We could play Doom there. It's possible.
When is that? Next weekend?
Yeah. Thank you, Genesis. Next Saturday. So not
9 days from now.
Yeah. The 23rd, Shelf Control. The continuation of Shelf Control. And we got stuff.
Chaz has done stuff.
Chaz has done stuff. I have done stuff. We have done stuff. Every day we meet up just to do a high five. Well, can't wait for you to owe me a certain favor for that. It will be time for me to hit the man. I have reached the end of the stream.
Good job.
No, like, for me, you have a new co-host now. I'll just let you wrap that up, and, y'all have a great day!
Bye.
Y'all have a great Thursday!
I don't think I have anything else. Because he talked about all the upcoming things. Quick boot up Yote. Alright, check out the vlog if you haven't. No, we can talk about bike. We talked about bike Monday and Tuesday. Last minute bike stuff. I need to order a saddle. But what about more bike? The bike ride I'm doing this weekend is not on my bike. I'm gonna borrow someone else's bike to go mountain biking. Because my bike cannot. Juliet says, "We talked about bike at meeting. I'm having a great time bike. Yay, I'm so glad." If you want to start tracking your rides, let me know. saddle. What is bike but fast horse? My bike saddle is a road bike saddle, and it's a very cheap road bike saddle, and I have 2 bikes, and I've been using my road bike more, so I'm like taking the saddle off the gravel and putting it on the road bike, and then I need to put it back on the other one, so it's adjusting it too much, and it's becoming uncomfortable if I don't do it right, because I'm like, oh, was it more forward or back? Where was this? So I want to have it set, so I need a second saddle. Define very cheap. It is the cheapest saddle that Specialized makes, and it's like $60. And I was debating getting the same one to put both, but a friend of mine was like, that saddle is way too narrow for you. You should measure, and then you should get like one that actually fits you. This company's been great. I've liked them. So I'm gonna go with a nicer saddle that fits me, because I measured and now I'm like, I probably need something bigger. MTAP, says 60 is cheap. Ooh. There's people I know with bikes that are more expensive than a used car. It could be worse. I thought you were gonna say 200. That would be a very, very nice saddle. Would be 200. Yeah. Yeah. Bikes. On Tuesday we talked about bike shoes versus running shoes. Chess was like, wait, weren't your bike shoes like $100? And I was like, yeah, they were. Yeah. My bike is not the price of a used car, but I do know people with them. Juliet says, I want to get one of those things that lets you bike inside. Would love to bike when fiance is working. I also have thoughts on that, Juliet. To get a trainer. It depends on the used car. Yeah, I suppose. I do know someone who just bought a used car for pretty cheap. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Hope to see... Was it my dad? Hope to see you in the morning for painting, and then otherwise tomorrow for Hitman. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Monkey Dome.